from Mindset News, and in this video, I'm going to be giving my first initial impressions of the Megaman 11 demo. Yes, the Megaman 11 demo did just drop on the eShop right now, and you can download it. The full retail game does come out on October 2nd for $29.99, and you can pre-purchase it on your Nintendo Switch right now if you want to preload and pre-buy the game right now. So what do I think of Mega Man 11? How does Mega Man 11 play? How does Mega Man 11 feel, look, and everything like that? Well, let's find out. Now, really quickly, a brief history lesson with Mega Man. I am a quite big Mega Man fan. I played the original games 1 through 6, and then I played 7 through 10 as well. I never really have any history with the Mega Man X series, so I never dabbled my feet in the X series. Those games weren't really for me, and for some reason, those games never really appealed to me, but the mainline games 1 through 10 did appeal to me, and I love those games. And this is pretty much Mega Man 11, so it follows the 1 through 10 gameplay. It follows the 1 through 10 everything. So if you played 1 through 10, then you're pretty much going to feel right at home playing Mega Man 11. Now, of course, looking at Mega Man 11, Mega Man 11 is a much modern looking game, so it's not trying to be retro inspired to Capcom's looking at Capcom's last two games, Mega Man 9 and 10, you can see that they did want to go retro-inspired because Mega Man 8 was a game that was a modern take on Mega Man, and a lot of people really didn't like the modern take on Mega Man. But to be fair, Mega Man 8 is just an okay Mega Man. There's nothing crazy about Mega Man 8, and the fact that the voice acting was bad in that game didn't help the image of Mega Man 8. Fun fact, Mega Man 8 was actually my very first Mega Man I ever played. I remember getting that game as a kid on my PS1, and I played the heck out of Mega Man 8. I am actually somewhat of a fan of Mega Man 8, believe it or not, because I grew up with it. So I'm kind of biased, and I'm kind of like that when it comes to Mega Man 8. Is Mega Man 8 my favorite game in the whole series? Definitely nope, it's not. But I do like it more than most people out there. Most people out there don't like it because it's modern inspired, and it also has bad voice acting, and the levels in the game aren't the greatest compared to some other Mega Man levels. Now moving up to Mega Man 11, it is modern inspired, so it is modern graphics. They're not trying to go with retro graphics. How do the graphics actually hold up in Mega Man 11? Well, in my opinion, seeing it as my opinion is kind of biased since I grew up with Mega Man 8. I actually do like the graphics in Mega Man 11 a lot. I would actually say that Mega Man 11 definitely has better art style than Mega Man 8 altogether. I definitely like the art style of it. Do I still like the retro inspired graphics of Mega Man? Yes, I do. Do I wish this game was actually retro inspired? Actually, no. I wish this game wasn't retro inspired because we've already had 1 through 6, and 9 and 10 were also retro inspired. So it is nice that Capcom is trying to go back to a modern take on Mega Man, and I think it really does hold up well. The art style looks really nice in this game. Also, the graphics look really nice in this game. The one thing I'm not too fond of so far is the music. The music is okay. I wouldn't say I'm blown away by the soundtrack or I'm loving it that well. I like some of the older Mega Man tracks, especially like the Mega Man 2 soundtrack. If you ever played Mega Man 2 soundtrack is phenomenal. Not just Mega Man 2, but a lot of the other retro-inspired Mega Mans have fantastic soundtrack. But to be fair, this is only a demo, and the only stage you can play in this demo is Blockman stage, and Blockman stage, I'm just not really feeling the music here. It's like I said, it's okay, but it's not blowing me away, and I'm not like wanting to listen to the soundtrack after I play the demo. So that pretty much shows you that's kind of a sign that maybe the soundtrack of the actual game may not be that good, but I'm hoping that that's just Blockman stage being I'm really hoping that the rest of the Mega Man 11 soundtrack for the stages are going to be phenomenal, because right now I'm just not feeling the music on Blockman's stage. Now, they did introduce some new mechanics talking about the gameplay. Let's talk about the gameplay here really quickly. The new mechanic that they actually introduced in Mega Man 11 is called Double Power, I think, or double something. I forgot what it's called. It kind of slipped my mind. But basically what this thing is, I'm going to have it up on screen right now. Basically what this thing is, you have two buttons that you can actually press, and you have a gauge that pretty much depletes. So one button will actually allow you to do I think a second charge. So basically you have your normal charge where you charge up your buster, and then it shoots out a big blast. But now you can actually have two blasts charged up as long as you have this power activated. And then they also have another, it's called double gear. I do remember now, it's called exactly double gear. And then the other one you press pretty much activates your gauge, and it pretty much slows down time. And the nice thing here is you can actually have both gauges filled up at the same time, or you can have them both activated at the same time. So if you press both the back buttons or both the triggers, you can actually have your you can actually start charging your Mega Buster, and then you can also slow down time at the same time. Now, once the bar depletes, it will actually have a cooldown on it, and you can't use it until the cooldown is actually over. I think it's like maybe 4 or 5 seconds until you can reuse it again. Honestly, when it comes to the double gear, I really find the slowing down time is actually really useful, because there's sometimes you may end up an enemy getting near you and you may be shooting bullets, and you may want to slow down time to clear some enemies out and things like that. So I think it's a really nice touch there that they added this double gear power. Now, when it comes to the extra Mega Buster charging on the double gear, I really started to not use that after a while. I was using that at the beginning of the game, but then once I started playing, I was like, do I really need this? I just felt like I really didn't need to keep charging it. And when it comes to some of the Mega Man games who have a Buster, I tend not to use the Buster that much. I don't really charge it that much, so maybe that's just me or whatnot, but I really didn't use the other double power for the extra damage boost when it comes to that. But I thought that was actually a very nice touch there. Now, how is the difficulty of Mega Man 11 so far, only playing Blockman stage? What I can say is I'm actually having a pretty good time with it, and it's actually pretty challenging as well. I wouldn't say anything about the game is actually unfair. I would actually say Mega Man 11's difficulty is actually pretty fair, and I've had no problem. I mean, I've had problems, but I mean, I think it's really fair, and it's really a very good difficulty balance. I think if you're a newcomer to the Mega Man series, I think this might be a good place to start, just because it's a pretty good difficulty, and they're not really putting too many enemies on screen, and they're not really trying to cheat you out and things like that. So I think it's a very good difficulty. One thing you may notice actually in this review, you didn't see me actually face the actual Blockman. That's because I actually can't get the Blockman, unfortunately. I'm very sorry, guys. I know right now you may be saying, what the heck, this game's really not that hard, or maybe you're saying this game is hard. Whatever the case is, for some reason, I don't know if I'm just a bad gamer or whatnot. I played this maybe a couple hours now, and I honestly can't get the Blockman. So unfortunately, that's why you're not seeing any Blockman footage in this video, just because I can't get to Blockman. I know that's kind of shameful, and since I've beaten a lot of the other Mega Mans, I don't know why I can't get the Blockman. But there's this part I'm going to show you right now, basically, where you have to this thing is basically following you, and you have to clear all these bricks out. And the thing is, though, for some reason I just can't go fast enough on that thing. I'm having difficulty. Will I eventually get it? Yeah, I'll probably eventually get it and get to Blockman. I just wanted to really throw up this initial impression as fast as possible, because so far I am loving Mega Man 11. Is this going to be a purchase for me? Yeah, most likely Mega Man 11 is going to be a purchase for me. I like I like the modern take on Mega Man. I like the art style of this game. I like the graphics. I like the gameplay. I don't think it's too hard yet. Of course, we're only getting to see Blockman stage, so that really doesn't tell us much of the difficulty just playing Blockman stage. Blockman stage could be kind of difficult, but then when you move on to other stages, it could be balls hard, or maybe Blockman stage is kind of hard, but then when you go to other stages in the game, it may be much more easier. So it's really hard to tell the difficulty of Mega Man 11 just by going off of Blockman stage, but it's just nice that we at least did get to try Mega Man, and they did release a demo for Mega Man. So far, I am loving my experiences with Mega Man 11, and pretty much I can say this is a good game, minus the whole music. I'm not really feeling the soundtrack of the game, which kind of sucks. Like I said again at the beginning of the video, I'm really hoping Capcom delivers on the music on this game, because Capcom is known to making some amazing soundtracks when it comes to Mega Mans. I would go out and say the Mega Man 1 through 10 games have some of the best music in gaming history, period. I would even say Mega Mans might have my favorite gaming music soundtracks of all time. Yes, I'm putting it that high because I love the music's in the past Mega Man, so I'm really hoping Capcom delivers on the music in this game. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out.